Hello everyone! Welcome back! I'm the writer, and now we're going to start on the other part of the trial. Well, not yet, but we took a break in the middle. Anyway, here we go. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination. But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it up with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Cube? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So, Your Honor agrees with there was no reason for the murder, correct?
Objection.
Okay. Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated. From the outset, I had no intentions of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. A startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman Cube's secret identity. Apollo, I think Prosecutor Blackwell's figured out the Alderman's secret identity. But even if he has, why wouldn't it be motive for the mayor to commit murder? This is not good! This patch of fur was discovered at the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Nine Tails. Therefore, we can conclude that the mask was at the scene of the crime. Oh my, but why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, frick! Could it really be? Your baldness is an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Cube, was the amazing Nine Tails, and the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder! No! What a shocking development! A motive clearer than crystal clear! What do we do now, Apollo? I didn't think they tied the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder. At last, we've reached my real point. Why does the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your boldness? I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona, just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your baldness. Actually, now that I hear his speaking, it reminds me of my friend. You don't know them, but they kind of remind me of the speaking pattern. Not the point. Anyway, right, now take a look at this! If you value your dearest life, oh my god, it's the middle. If you value your dearest life, you will merge Nine Tails Vale with Tenma Town. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman Cube's pocket. But what? At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. Well, that's just sad, frick. And that letter is clear evidence the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life. Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder? You think maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder? And planted it into the Alderman's pocket? It's possible, but we don't have any proof that's what happened. Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Mayor Tenma would have made a clear getaway if he had left after planting the yokai's things, but he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the amazing Nine Tails. What was the amazing Nine Tails counterattack that brought this entire crime to light? Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming the mayor killed the Alderman after planting the yokai evidence, and that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that? Detective Fulbright, please add please add your previous statement to your testimony. Where is it? Yep.
Objection.
Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair! What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo, and just what does this prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you they were planted before the murder, and the defendant planted the yokai evidence that was knocked out while killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it is clear where the feathers and tracks were left at the crime scene. Yes. Aren't you pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes. See how the feathers are on top of the blood and the tracks were made in blood? In other words, the yokai evidence could have resulted after the murder. Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself. The mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Ah! There must have been some mistake! Order! Order! Where is your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha 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 ha! Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my relative sense of justice really just half-baked? This is why I want Emma back. He's taking this really hard. Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have? I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was then that the demon Tenma Taro, he's the source of those feathers and tracks! Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare mock this court and justice itself? You are unfit to bear your name, boy! Right, his last name. Your baldness, it appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion. Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court! What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please, hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you better explain yourself well. What is this yokai you were talking about? It's all in the statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro after she discovered the crime scene and called the police. She came around a corner in the hall. It was around here that she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the only one left those feathers and tracks behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved there was someone else. So the mayor wasn't the killer? Was it all set up? The prosecution is convicted felon after all. Apollo, the momentum has shifted in our favor. Good, now let's keep it that way. Well, that didn't last long. Yep. Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying that there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop. Oh, you mean Finch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it. Both Phineas Finch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time, but they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was a figment of a secret girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see Tenma Taro impersonator pass by? Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was! The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Finch, caretaker of Cube Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something. I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell. I understand that Mr. Finch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. What? Why? I knew that Tanuki was a rare find, but when we captured him, I didn't think he would end up as a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know. Very well then, bailiff, please go wake up Mr. Finch and escort him to the witness stand. Oh God in heaven, why? Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
The name's Finch, Phineas Finch, caretaker of Humane Manor. Oh, and, this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like.
Shoes? Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes! And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Finch. Ah, it's those shoes again.
Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Finch stole them again. They're all yours, your honor, your lordship honor.
What? But they seem awfully expensive.
Too expensive for me, but I reckon they do perfect for someone like your ownership.
It's kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Wow, okay.
Aw, ethics schmethics, just take 'em if you want 'em. Cost them up real nice for you, too.
Shut up! I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Finch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenmataro in the foyer after the murder. Aw, I didn't get to say I'm a lawyer. Oh well.
At the time of the murder, I was a guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Cube asked. I was making sure no unfair, foul, fishy, or otherwise could get to our guests. And I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree.
That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of the little girl's dream.
So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenmataro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth. Ain't nothing better than the truth. But Tenmataro, you really don't believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't.
My bracelet. It's
something the matter, Apollo?
My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm.
Really? So you think Mr. Finch has been lying to us?
I wouldn't rule it out.
Now, if I could just zero in on some sort of nervous habit.
Ah! What in the? What's a hawk doing in here? Oh yeah, it's about all. Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. Okay, this makes me wonder. Anyone who knows the Ace Attorney timeline better than I do? In Miles' Investigation 2, they introduced animals to keep prisoners and anyone who got arrested calm. Did Blackwood get an animal from that? Somebody answer in the comments. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact.
He doesn't live with you, in jail.
Who even heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loves trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick or... Ah! I won't be able to squat like this. Well, what in the heck's going on around here? Run by the heels! No pets or animals allowed in the courtroom. Dear God in heaven. Ah, somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when you're truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, will you ensure your other friend is properly fed?
Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Well, we'll be fine, I think. There was someone dressed up as Tenmataro there. Finch should have seen him. We'll have to put our faith in Jinxie's test statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. It's the birds on his head. Yeah, sure you were. Sure you were. Sure you were. Liar. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Finch.
Hey, it ain't right to bushwalk a fella like that.
Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listings here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you never miss.
Ah! I didn't watch that one. No, siree, I was doing my job like I was supposed to.
This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Flinch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right?
Yipes!
Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster."
Ah!
Confess your crimes. So, do you admit to slacking off?
You can't trick me with your Rudy-Pooty lawyer talk. I'm the one of the professional types. I can do double duty watching TV and the floor at the same time.
The only thing Flinch can claim to be a professional is a professional thief. Mr. Justice, would you have this court believe that the witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV at the and the foyer at the same time. But that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say? But I'm not the only one who's lying. Perhaps you met the witness, Mr. Justice? And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. You claim Mr. Flinch is lying with watching TV and the foyer simultaneously. Now prove it. Where's the map? Please take a look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Flinch has eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there could have possibly seen the entrance. Exactly, and that means, Mr. Flinch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim.
Yipes! That back's out of the cat, or I mean out of the way around.
Order, order, order! But Mr. Justice, is Mr. Flinch less than stellar worth ethic relevant to the case? No, it's relevant. It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tenmatara impersonator in the foyer. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. I'm not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may be even slacking off, but his ears were hard at work. Right, Tanuki?
They were? Yes, they were.
But you already admit to slacking off. Now you say you weren't?
My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see the forest floor and the stair, we get all creaky, squeaky when someone walks in on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake up the dead, I reckon.
So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by?
Yup, my ears were working full time, so who's the liar now, you no good shyster?
A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be a low point of my fledgling career.
Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackquill, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing. And the bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine.
Fair warning, Mr. Flinch. Tonka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie in this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu.
Yipes! Please don't eat me, Mr. Tonka, sir.
Oh god, this is weird. This witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Oh god. I never want to see him again. Years working overtime.
It's true I was watching a pro wrestling match on the TV office. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor all the creaky squeaky like. No one would have missed someone walking by. You see, there was no Tenmataro in the foyer.
Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand. A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We must use common sense for lacking that our entire world may be upside down. This is the convict prosecutor was totally the sign of the end times for the legal world. Wow, so is your boss.
And besides, if there's any yokai roaming about, I nab them and sell them to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things.
That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns.
But if we can't prove that she saw Tenmataro, the mayor's sure to be convicted.
Then we better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBS. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Save me from this nightmare, please. So you have pretty good ears, Mr. Flinch?
As good as they come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear but a creaky floor. Plus, that Tenmataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle. How does he do that?
It's that staff of his! That's what that jingle jangles!
What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Tenmataro has a staff that makes noise.
Come to think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? She said she saw Tenmataro holding a staff-like object and made a jangle sound.
I guess that's the source of the noise, then. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Flinch says Tenmataro's jingle jangles. Would you consider this vital information important? I always consider everything very important in these attorneys. Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony. You know, looking at this...
Objection!
Yeah. Tenmataro's staff would make a jangling sound, you say? Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Flinch, you say you didn't see Tenmataro on the day of the incident. Then why? Why did you assume just now Tenmataro would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hand, and she described it as a sound like you two did, as kind of a jangle sound. Yeah, so what's he holding the staff? What's your point? The point is that Tenmataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally.
What are you talking about?
You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Flinch? You're right. There's no staff, not even a cane or a walking stick. Yuck! So then the question is, why did the witness think Tenmataro used a staff?
I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level.
Well now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Flinch believes Tenmataro carries a staff. I actually saw it. Mr. Flinch actually saw Tenmataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff.
Busted again!
Bloody hell! You ridiculous mental!
Yes, how'd that feel, Blackwell?
Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of a blade, is it? Paul, you're gonna get yourself killed. Admit it, Mr. Flinch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well,
I'm begging you. Please don't make me say it.
But clearly you did see Tenmataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact.
No can do, no way, no how. You ain't getting any idea how terrifying he could be.
He? Mr. Flinch still won't add to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows he did it. The question now is, why?
Mr. Flinch is scared to death.
Is that why he can't admit to the truth?
Come to think of it. They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul.
Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing about the villagers' superstitions.
She said that if she told anyone that she had seen Tenmataro, he'd claim her soul.
Wait, you think Mr. Flinch believes that too?
So Mr. Big Time City Slicker Lawyer, yes, heard about them? Them old village superstitions?
Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about? I'm not even... The people of Nine Tails Vale believe some pretty strange things, and their superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. That the truth, he really did see Tenmataro.
Darn straight, that's why. It's all here.
Why is there a book on this? Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul.
See? That's why us folks in the Nine Tails Vale can't talk about seeing Tenmataro. That clears up one mystery. The killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Tenma costume. They knew they would know. Ah, frick. They knew that the. What the frick? They knew that. I think that's supposed to be the. Yeah. They knew that the only. Wait, no. They knew. Frick. Oh my god. They knew that the way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. I butchered that. The defense holds that this Tenma impersonator is the true killer.
What?
Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And you'd use it in some silly fairy tale so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that. Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell. Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstition in the clink, but few are those who truly believe in them. Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of the Nine Tails Vale. A life or death superstition might not even make you a believer. Ah!
Order, I say!
You fool of a tanuki! 2 times now your lies have cost me! Sorry. I promise you to do it again.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Kill him. Taka, my fine feathered friend. Have at him! Yipes! He's gonna eat me alive! Head for the hills! Ah, he took off.
Bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him, with the fastest man!
That's certainly not something you see every day.
Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the yokai Tenmatara was seen at the crime, and now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Like, contemplate. Oh god, it's broken. Uh-oh. What?
Ah. Ah!
He shackles. I'm too young to die.
Justice Stono, long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers.
Eek!
Detective, do something! Ha ha ha! Have no fear, Fulbright is here! When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going!
Then get going already before he kills us!
Oh, but I stand in awe of Tommy Blackwell, for it is his sense of justice that set him free! Objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice!
Silence.
I'm not going to murder you. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, not kill or threaten the defense? I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So, Justice Stono's assertion in this, Tenma Taro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Kyubey. Ah, frick. Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? What? He's right. She said nothing about Tenmatara being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard us dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is... Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewered murder victim, the alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tenma. Ah! Then, why does that little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the box chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she must have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I understand. Why didn't she see Tenma Tara inside the box chamber? There is but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive! Long has my blade thirst for blood, and long last it shall be sated! Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice Dono! Even the Ark. Very well, both parties no doubt need some time to regroup, so the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... or not, whatever works. Ah! 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just so, plenty of time with your destination of intentness to Lou. Lou, you mean the bathroom? See, this is what I mean. He speaks Old English. Who the frick calls the bathroom the loo anymore? Sheesh, at least include enough time to wash your hands. Yeah, especially in a pandemic. Wash your hands and wear a mask. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. Any latecomers will be punished. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins.
I declare Prosecutor Simon Blackwell the winner of this round of Simon Says.
Doesn't bode well for us since the prosecution is running the show, does it?
He busted out of his shackles.
Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make the shackles like they used to.
Better be careful, Apollo. You really brought out the samurai in him.
You'll get this later, but I found it hilarious that he targets Apollo and not Athena.
Especially after you proved there was a Tenmatara person at the manor.
What's with that guy and the whole samurai act anyway? Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenged this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel! No, wait, let's save the dueling till after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up.
Remember what Blackwell said, Apollo? Don't be late.
I think I won't be. Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, a maid at the Kyubei Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is. Oh, poor Jinxie.
Naruhayo, leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished tray.
The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. What is it, my child?
Be gone, Naruhayo, leader of the 100 demons.
Oh, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was known as the judicial monster of sorts, the beast of the barn, the demon due process, if you will. Oh, God.
My charm had no effect. The demon of due process. Not sure I can see that one.
Now, you little scamp.
Yes?
I trust you know why you're here.
Well, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and have a wonderful day. And if you're wondering what happened to the rest of the video, it kind of got lost, so we're just going to make do with this. Apologies, but I will fix it later. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye!